On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Embed.
To fix or set firmly in a surrounding mass.
Examples:
Embed scripts in the message. Embed a sensor. The company embedded a tracking code in the product's packaging to monitor its shipment.
Excite.
To make someone feel suddenly enthusiastic or eager.
Examples:
Excite the crowd. Excite rebellion. The news of her promotion excited her.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Unfold.
To open up or spread out something that is folded or rolled up, to reveal or disclose something that was previously hidden or unknown.
Examples:
Unfold the story. Unfold the stroller. The mystery unfolded as the detectives gathered more clues.
Permeable.
Capable of being penetrated, passed through, or absorbed, allowing liquids, gases, or other substances to pass through a surface or material, often with ease.
Examples:
Permeable membrane. Air permeable fabric. The soil needs to be permeable so water can easily drain through it.
Infantry.
Soldiers who fight on foot, often in organized military units, the branch of military force composed of foot soldiers.
Examples:
Infantry division. Infantry training. As a member of the infantry platoon, he learned the value of teamwork and resilience.
Anaconda.
A large non-venomous snake found in South America, known for its impressive size and ability to constrict its prey.
Examples:
Anaconda habitat. Giant anaconda. We encountered an enormous anaconda while exploring the Amazon rainforest.
Caveat.
A warning against certain acts, law, a formal notice filed with a court or officer to suspend a proceeding until the filer is given a hearing.
Examples:
A caveat against unfair practices. General caveat. We often ignore important caveats from nature.
Hail.
To call out to someone to get their attention, often from a distance, to greet or welcome someone, especially with enthusiasm or admiration. Noun, precipitation in the form of small balls or lumps of ice that fall from the sky.
Examples:
Hail the victorious team with cheers. Hail forecast. People in the area were forced to hail a taxi due to the lack of public transportation options.
Sergeant.
A rank of non-commissioned officer in the armed forces, typically above corporal, but below staff sergeant or sergeant first class.
Examples:
Police sergeant, Army sergeant. The fire department sergeant instructed the firefighters on how to tackle the blaze.
Narrator:
A person who tells a story, especially in a book or film.
Examples:
First-person narrator, the narrator of the TV program. The narrator makes use of the local dialect.
Instinct:
An inborn behavioral pattern that is often responsive to specific stimuli, an innate feeling that causes you to act or believe that something is true.
Examples:
Instinct for self-preservation, aggressive instinct. When faced with a dangerous situation, his initial instinct was to flee.
WAN:
Looking pale or sickly, lacking vitality or energy.
Examples:
Wan light, a wan smile. His wan complexion showed that he was feeling very ill.
Troop:
A group of soldiers, especially a large one, a group of people, animals, or things considered as a unit.
Examples:
The members of a military troop. A troop of deer. The troop of soldiers marched through the city in a parade.
Bud:
A small swelling on a plant stem or twig containing an undeveloped shoot.
Examples:
Pinch off a bud. Bud grafting. The flower was starting to show its bud and would soon bloom into a beautiful blossom.
Blacksmith:
A smith who forges and shapes iron with a hammer and anvil.
Examples:
Blacksmith welding. Blacksmith's shop. The blacksmith shaped a horseshoe on his anvil.
Embark:
To go on board a ship or plane, to set out on an enterprise or subject of study, to start something.
Examples:
Embark on a trip. Embark on a foolish adventure. We embarked on a new project.
Christ:
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Insurgent:
Rising against established authority or government, characterized by rebellion, dissent, or insurgency.
Examples:
Insurgent attack. Insurgent group. The government forces fought brutally against the insurgent rebels in the remote region.
Casualty:
A person who has been killed or injured in a war, accident, or other disasters, a victim.
Examples:
civilian casualty, military casualty. Unfortunately, the driver was the only casualty in the car accident.
Shrapnel.
Fragments of a bomb, shell, or other explosive object that are scattered in many directions upon detonation and can cause injury or damage.
Examples:
shrapnel wounds, shrapnel damage. The soldier suffered injuries from shrapnel during the explosion.
Cauterize.
To burn or sear tissue, especially for medical purposes, to stop bleeding or remove abnormal tissue.
Examples:
cauterize the skin with moxa. Cauterize a problem. The surgical team had to cauterize the bleeding vessels to save the patient's life.
Medic.
A person trained to provide medical care, especially in an emergency.
Examples:
medic unit, military medic. The army medic arrived on the scene to provide medical assistance.
Terrify.
To frighten someone very much.
Examples:
terrify people. The threats terrify him. It would be best not to terrify your associates into doing complex tasks.
Incompetent.
Lacking the necessary skills, knowledge, or ability to perform a task or job, not legally qualified or authorized to perform a particular task or job.
Examples:
incompetent leadership, incompetent employee. The incompetent doctor misdiagnosed my illness and prescribed the wrong medication.
Slit.
A narrow cut or opening, often made by a sharp instrument or tool. Verb, to cut or make a long, narrow opening or incision in something, typically with a sharp instrument such as a knife or scissors.
Examples:
slit pocket, slit the fabric. He made a small slit in the paper to fit it in the envelope.
Hapless.
Having no luck, unfortunate.
Examples:
her hapless fate, hapless situation. The hapless victim had no way to defend themselves.
Eloquent.
Able to speak or write clearly and impressively.
Examples:
an eloquent speaker, eloquent writing. She gave an eloquent speech at the graduation ceremony.
Meld.
To combine or blend, especially in a way that produces a harmonious or unified whole. To merge or fuse.
Examples:
meld business and pleasure. Meld physics with life science. The chef melded the flavors of the spice blend to create the perfect marinade.
Intimacy.
Close familiarity or friendship, a close, familiar, and usually affectionate or loving personal relationship with another person.
Examples:
On terms of intimacy. Build intimacy. They were looking for intimacy in their relationship and wanted to be close to each other.
Turret.
A small tower or tall structure, often found on the corner of a building, typically used for defensive purposes. A rotating armored structure on a military vehicle or ship for mounting weapons.
Examples:
Medieval turret. Turret lathe. The turret atop the castle provided a panoramic view of the surrounding area.
Dashboard.
A control panel set within the central console of a vehicle or small aircraft, a diagram that depicts critical information, typically one that provides a business overview.
Examples:
Auto dashboard. Business dashboard. He noticed that the oil warning light on the dashboard of his car had turned on.
Filmmaking.
The process or art of making movies.
Examples:
Filmmaking industry. Retire from filmmaking. The history of filmmaking dates back to the late 19th century when motion pictures were first shown to audiences.
Opinionated.
Holding and expressing strong and stubborn personal beliefs or opinions, often to the extent of being unwilling to consider or accept alternative viewpoints, being assertive and dogmatic in expressing one's opinions.
Examples:
Opinionated columnist. Opinionated teenager. He is opinionated on politics and will not listen to anyone else's views.
Fiery.
Very intense, like or suggestive of fire.
Examples:
A fiery speech. A fiery sunset. He is a man of fiery temperament.
Spoil.
To ruin the taste, appearance, or quality of something, to become or cause something to become rotten or bad.
Examples:
Spoil a person's sport. Spoil the surprise. If you leave the milk out of the refrigerator for too long, it will spoil.